Hi, this is Bob from the BeanCast.
And Peter from Shankman.com.
And it's time for the 2-minute rundown for Friday, June 8th, 2012. The timer's running. Let's get started. Needle. Needle is a new way to manage customer service. And it's a very interesting one because what it does is it employs the advocates from within your fan base and gives them the job of customer service and pays them money and allows them to handle customer service, emails and phone calls via Skype or via their computer via...
This is something I've written about. I mean, I like the concept of customer service. I mean, I've written books on it, but my biggest fear on something like Needle is the concept that if you empower people to like your brand, they will go out of their way to do this for you. If you pay them, they have to follow a whole set of rules.
Right.
And the second that they go off the reservation and say something that they're not scripted to say, and the brand then gets angry at them, all of a sudden there's a war. Right. And they don't love your company anymore. And
there's nothing worse than an advocate that turns into an enemy.
Exactly. So I have a feeling this could come back to bite companies that use this in the ass.
Yeah, it possibly could. So it's and you're mirroring a lot of my own concerns. So GM is debating TV ad pricing. Obviously we're very much in the news because they canceled their Facebook ads and they canceled their Super Bowl advertising. Now they're going to advertisers and saying, "Oh, these ads are too much money." In an up market, when advertisers are, the media companies, the TV companies, they're getting the ad rates they're asking.
I'm not sure why GM is fighting everyone that they seem to know. I think they should go back to just using the guys on the street corners who have the arrows that point to the new home construction and all that.
It doesn't bode well for the health of the brand that they're making this much of a play.
So many enemies. Right. So many enemies.
Right. It doesn't seem like a very smart strategy. And yet, in another story of every employee is a liability, Ogilvy Government Relations lost Chevron because one agency employee happened to speak at an Ecuadorian rainforest advocacy group meeting, which happens to be an organization that is suing Chevron for the tune of multi-billions of dollars. And this is just an ongoing issue in advertising where you have one employee say something, do something, and you lose the account.
A couple of years ago, a PR guy said something about FedEx, and they nearly lost FedEx. You got to be smarter. You got to know if you're going to go in to speak, when everyone has a camera phone, everyone's recording you, got to know if you're going to go and speak to anyone, or be photographed shaking hands with anyone, or whatever you're doing, you got to make sure that you're talking to an audience that's level-headed.
Living in public, people. Yeah. Well, we are out of time. I'm Bob Knorpp.
Peter Shankman.
Tune in on Monday for another 2-minute rundown.